Alright, here we are, getting ready to just play some normal threes, kind of figure out, test out the record and stream one more time. Sometimes the queue time takes a little bit at this time of day. Test out the record and stream one more time. I'm still trying to figure out like how to put music on the stream and put music and everything like that for everybody that's going to follow me. That way on the little off times and I'm not going to be talking or commentating or anything like that, that they can be able to at least listen to a little bit of music. In the comments below, just tell me what kind of music that you guys kind of want to listen to, whether it be, instrumental, country, rap, rock, probably light rock. Seems like a lot of people around here seem to enjoy that. I might try to form up and put together a montage here after a while. Still just throwing around and testing with a few things. Try to form up there we go, Q pop. Well, unfortunately I don't think there's anybody on right now for me to be able to form up a 3v3 ranked team. Just kind of do what I did a little bit last night. Do a few 5-0s, give the team away. Q pop. Hopefully they'll let me have jungle. By the way, for anybody that doesn't know me, my main role is jungle, then top lane, then APC and threes. Pretty much in fives. If I don't get jungle, usually I just dip, dodge, or dunk. I mean, honestly, if you're really good in a role, play that role. It is a good idea though to kind of get used to all the other roles: ADC, support, mid lane, top lane. I can do it all, but my best by far is jungle. That's what I'm definitely the most experienced at. So, especially in the new Season 5 coming up, jungle is absolutely huge, and it takes, in my opinion, it's a lot more skill involved in the jungle. That's just my personal opinion, because, I mean, you apply pressure everywhere else. So, we'll go easy mode.
Let's make this
Warwick.
fun.
Alright. LOL. Is anyone? Let's see if anybody wants to join Curse. Go ahead and pop open a link. If they'll come, if they join, that's fine. If they don't, well, it don't matter. Lots of CC. Alright, going up against another Yi. It seems like ever since Season 5, jungle items has came out in 3s, like where it's no longer disabled. You've been seeing a lot of Yi, you've been seeing a lot of Shaco, a lot of Warwick, a lot of these unconventional junglers that, you know, hasn't been in the 3s meta. Because most ones that you see anymore is like, you know, your Shyvana, your Xin Chao, all these really strong champions in the early and mid game. Warwick, in my opinion, is after pre-6, he's not that great, but post-6 and post-11 for sure, he gets really big, and the more items he gets, the better he is. Hopefully I can be able to show you guys kind of like what I done last night. My ruins and masteries I'll put in the comments and everything like that below, but go a little bit more in detail, the reasoning why I do what I do. Oops, messed up there. I should have got my W, but I got Q just for sustain, I guess. Although W makes, if you get W and you go with this start with Madrid's Razor and Hunter Machete, and I go,
welcome to the Twisted Tree Line.
I believe it's 18-0-12. No, it's 16-0-14, my bad. That way, you got to get the extra gold perk in your utilities for you to be able to do this with the Hunter Machete. And if you was to have attack speed like Xin Chao's W or Warwick's W, where you gain a lot of attack speed for a fairly decent amount of time, you actually clear your jungle. If you start Wraiths and Blues, your Wraith and Wolves, you'll clear jungle in about 15 seconds. A lot of people really underestimate how fast that is, because you can clear your jungle and get in the bush and start going over toward the enemy jungle before he even clears his wolves. If you can get in that bush and kind of like surprise him before he's able to even clear, then that's huge. That, or you can just play the safe route and go for golems, and by the time you finish your golems, you can be able to get in that bush usually before the enemy is there. But you want to be visible and help out your laners, because if you show no lane pressure, then just sit there and, you know, go to town all day. But if you show that, hey, I'm present, I'm not going to let you harass for free or something like that. But if you go in the lane and you take your laner's experience, you got to make sure you do something, like whether make him waste a flash, make him use a potion or something of that nature, because if you don't, you just took your laner's experience. With that being a Yi, I already know I can be able to 1v1 him, no problem. Not a problem at all. Just like that right there, how I was telling you guys, I cleared that ridiculously fast. Now we got the Master Yi killed. Master Yi still has, he started wolves and then went to golems. Mistake for his part, and then went to Rays. Bad juju. You start Rays because Rays give you the most experience in the game.
I smell that.
I took a tower shot there. I'm not worried about it though. You want to grab relic? Oh lord.
An enemy has been slain.
It's only fun.
I'm not going to let him cap this, because I know that Xerath had to back. If Darius comes down, I knew that we could. Well, he needs to cap this. There, now he can back. safe with it.
Has been slain.
Right. I'm going mainly attack speed just because I already had Medrids, and that's going to allow me to clear quicker. Instead of going right for my jungle item, I'm not going to really use my smite on people until I get my ultimate. So there's really no point in me getting my jungle item next.
I remember only fragments, but I remember.
Alright, I'm gonna sit here. Thankfully, Zara was able to get that second altar for us, so it's going to give everybody a little bit increased AP and AD for me. It's not that effective early game, but you're denying, if you think about it this way, you're denying your enemy 3 extra gold per farm. And say if they get 10 CS within the time frame that you had both altars, then that's 30 gold missed out. That's 1 minion. I mean, yeah, sure, 1 minion don't sound like a lot, but if you think about it in this retrospect, I mean, that 30 gold could have been the difference of them getting their item or not. And that's pretty huge if you think about it like that. Alright, so I went ahead and got my jungle item. Now I'm going to be able to actually use smite if I need to. It's only going to deal a little bit more damage and give me a little bit more health and mana regen, which I'm not too particularly worried about it because Warwick really don't use much mana while he's jungling. He just sits there and no autos for the most part. I don't even need to use my Q except for to lifesteal if I'm low, but if I'm just auto attacking, I'm not going to get low going against jungle creeps. And the reason why I max Q with Warwick, well, that's other than that's his main source of damage, is due to massive sustain and in a 1v1 duel, or just me being the tanky person in this game that I'm going to need to be. It's pretty effective. We're sitting there wanting to try to get a hook on him. I'm going to try to go around. He got 6 on his first. Yeah, that was worth it. Good, they dodged it. Zero's running low on mana, but it looks like they're just wanting the back.
Ace.
Alright, so I got my jungle item now.
Double kill.
If Lysandra just went back a little bit sooner, but I could tell she did not want to fight that. But if she did go when Zyra was kind of cornered, they could have probably been able to CC and kill him without any casualties. But you live and learn. This is normal. It's not like it's the end of the world. The main thing that you got to realize whenever you're playing games is just don't get frustrated over the little plays. I know it's really, really hard to do, but that's just one thing everybody just kind of if you want to become a better player, you just have to learn from man up and learn from your mistakes. Warwick excels at taking objective buffs such as Dragon, Vile, Barrier, and whatnot because he has such high sustain. So I'm going to use that high sustain to my advantage, and I'm going to circle around Vile here and kind of let him push. Let him push. If he was to push, that could be a free kill.
It's time to hunt.
Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Anyway, my spelling's probably not the best in the world. But what I feel like Lissandra should have done there, I might have messed up. And I probably should have ulted him, and we could have probably CC'd Darius. But then Yi would have just came in with Alpha Strike and then ulted and done a lot of damage. When I know that Darius is building tanky and Yi is building damage. So it only makes sense to me to target the guy that does damage and not target the tank. Even if the tank is right on top of your face. I'm gonna max Hunter's Call second. That's the reason why I did not ult first. I was wanting to see if he would use any form of escape from me, because he was about to become under half, and it did not matter at that point that he's not going to be able to do anything. We can easily be able to take this turn down, no problem between the two of us. See, look at that. It's just, it's butter. It's butter.
I smell their stench.
And there we go. Very easy by them all. This is the reason why Warwick, in my opinion, is a lot stronger in threes now. I feel like getting the red jungle item, the Skirmisher's Devour, the longer the game goes, as you can see I do 51 magic damage per hit now, the better it is for Warwick. Because whenever you ult and you attack 5 times. It triggers on hit effects for 5 times. That's the reason why I like to get my jungle item first, and then I go into Wit's End, because of course Wit's End is going to allow me to steal my target's MR, which is going to allow me to do more damage to it. Also, it's going to have me a little bit more tankier, not too much more. 2k back. I wanted to clear my jungle due to I want to rush and try to get this Wit's End as quickly as I possibly can. I got the 3 ingredients now that I need for it. So once I grab up that Wit's End and I got the Devourer, I mean right then and there, on top of with my ult's damage, whenever I ult someone, I'm going to do 900 damage plus do a lot of MR. Reduce their MR, gain MR for myself, and usually right after you ult, you're going to Q, so that's going to make your Q do a lot of damage because your target's going to have less MR. Usually I try to Q, ult, and Q again for maximum damage output, because if you max your Q first, during the channel of your Q, it actually, the cooldown comes back. I mean the channel of your R, my bad. Alright, I have my DFG item, pretty much my smite, and my ult up, so I know it's 3 kills for days. It is 3 kills for days. I'm just sitting here waiting for somebody to come through here to defend this tower. And just like that. That's the reason why I didn't go out of the bush, because I knew Yi was top. Because if he was bottom, he would have already been at the tower during that time. Oh well. It could have been better. I should have moved more. I should have got away. I was really greedy and wanted that tower. That was my bad on that part though. Since Yi and Darius really aren't doing much right now, and Xerath is the one really doing all the big beefy damage, I kind of want to get a Blade of the Ruined King, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of spec into that a little bit, at least into the Cutlass, so I have a little bit of CC. I don't really need to go ahead and get my tier 2 boots yet. It's really not needed yet, other than Xerath you know, having Mobies, not Mobies, but
It's time.
perk trades might be handy due to Zera's stun, and he actually has 6 kills and quite a bit of farm. He's going to have the most damage on his team. Oh shit. I couldn't get my Q off there. If I could have got my Q off, I would have been able to live Darius's Q, and then I could have autoed a few more times, and that would have been a pretty easy ace on our hand. But it looks like Lissandra is going to pick that up nice. I don't know why she didn't just follow through. I mean, there's really nothing Darius could have done there. His ult was on cooldown, so he really couldn't do anything to Lissandra. Maybe she was afraid of getting, you know, probably like taken out or something of that nature. It won't be long before Valmal is back up, and I want to keep that for our team because we do have a lot of casters. So the mana region is going to be nice, and the cooldown reduction is going to be really, really nice with Lissandra and Lissandra. You get a lot of CC, a lot of poke damage. I really need to start doing my job of being the tankier person of the team. Instead of building damage, I should honestly be building like Spirit Visage or Reniment Omen. But I'm kind of wanting to go for the one-shot ult now, which is always fun.
This ends now. This ends now.
And there's Valmal. And just like that, boom, goes the dynamite.
I smell the stench.
We're split pushing now, so hopefully Lissandra can be able to... We already got a lot of damage on the bot tower. I just want to put some damage to the top tower. And boom, like that, boom. See, towers go so fast now.
Has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
I'm just gonna walk around now. The reason why I like this build so much is it does so much attack speed, and since right now I really think the towers are glitched, but they do hardly need it. They got no armor. They have negative armor, and as the game persists, they get less armor. So I mean, you just deal so much damage to them. Like when I use Hunter Call now, I pretty much have max attack speed, which is damn near ridiculous. I should probably back with how much money I got, but I do not care.
Has destroyed a turret.
That Ignite got me, but oh well. I got Blade of the Ruined King now. So that should give me... I already had max attack speed, so... Now I really don't even got to hit Hunter's Call, but Hunter's Call will at least give me give my teammates some attack speed. But they're all AP, so they're not really going to benefit that much from it. But that's game. Game, set, and match. The Yi's already AFK. He's kind of been AFK for a little bit.
Has destroyed a turret.
Still giving it his all as well. I gotta give props to this Darius, man. He doesn't give up. Alright.
Victory!
Here we go. One game down. I'll sit here and advertise a little bit. Alright, I'm going to stop the stream.